orders recount in Kungu West SEC direction were loser to seek legal redress. The Masaka Chief Magistrate, Albert Asimwe, has ordered a recount of votes cast in the Kungu West parliamentary election following a petition by one of the contestants, Ismail Semakula. Semakula is challenging the victory of Joseph Gonzaga Seunga of the National Unity Platform, DASNUP, citing alleged irregularities in the vote tallying process. According to court records, the recount has been scheduled for Friday, January 23, 2026, starting at 10 a.m. The exercise is expected to take place under the supervision of the court, with representatives of the contesting parties and the Electoral Commission (EC) in attendance. The outcome of the recount is anticipated to determine whether the originally declared results will stand or be altered.
Vote recount in the Kungu West constituency should be conducted. I have carefully listened to the submissions of the parties. I had time to go through the application and have had some time to go through the reply because of late filing, but which is understandable, of the first, second, and third respondents. I'm alive to the fact that both parties agree that the third respondent polled 10,106 votes, while the applicant polled 10,060 votes, and therefore it is by consensus that the vote margin was only 46 votes. I'm also alive to the fact that the applicant requested for mandatory recount on 16th January 2026, and the first respondent declined and communicated the decision to the applicant on the 18th day of January 2025. I'm cognizant of the fact that the application was brought in time, i.e. within 7 days after declaration of the winner. I'm also alive to the fact that the applicant has faith in the integrity of the storage of voting materials and ballot boxes. Therefore, I find that the circumstances surrounding this case makes it favorable for the vote to recount. Is declared so without any ill will, or the applicant gets to know what he exactly polled. And considering the fact that recount is time bound, i.e. within 4 days from the date of filing the application, having found the application fit and proper for recount, I hereby direct as follows. 1. A recount of votes in all ballot boxes for the position of directly elected member of parliament for Kungu County West constituency shall be conducted. 2. Electoral Commission, i.e. the second respondent, is directed to delay gazetting the election results of the directly elected member of parliament for Kungu West constituency until determination of this matter. 3. I make no orders to costs since public concern would demand that votes where the difference is only 46 votes would be recounted. 4. It is further ordered that the count shall take place at the nearby court, at the Magistrate Grade 1 Court of Kungu, to avoid disrupting the voting process of LC5 and other elections, other candidates' election. 5. The Electoral Commission is further directed to continue maintaining security of the ballot boxes and voting materials as indicated, that they were securely kept, and shall cause their movement to court after verification of the seal that was put on the store at the time of storage. And finally, recount shall be conducted on Friday 23rd January 2026 starting at 10, and all parties, their agents, legal representatives are advised to be in person. Where possible, you can minimize the crowd. They don't need to be there because we are going to be a returning officer, you can imagine how many presiding officers were in this election. And now when you take a chief magistrate to represent all, and all people have come from wherever they were, wouldn't be verified. I want to thank you very much for being a very good audience. I want to wish you the best. I know all of you have divergent best. The best of...
In a separate development, the Electoral Commission has advised Tony Awany, the losing candidate in the Nwaya County parliamentary race, to seek redress in court if he is dissatisfied with the election outcome. Awany, the incumbent legislator who contested on the National Resistance Movement NRM ticket, recently petitioned the EC requesting a recount of votes, arguing that the margin of defeat was too narrow to rule out possible errors. He lost to Democratic Party DP candidate Dennis Geoffrey Komakej by just 22 votes. Komakej was declared winner after securing 5,044 votes, while Awany polled 5,022 votes in what was one of the most closely contested races in the district. Daniel Bagoma, the Nwaya district returning officer, confirmed that the EC had received Awany's application for a recount. However, he said the commission advised Awany to pursue the matter through the courts as provided for under the electoral laws. Bagoma added that Awany is the only parliamentary candidate in Nwaya district who has formally protested the declared election results and sought a recount. Speaking to Favor FM on Tuesday, the Nwaya County Member of Parliament elect Dennis Geoffrey Komakej said he was not shaken by Awany's application, describing it as a legal move that he believes will not change the outcome of the election. Efforts to obtain a comment from Awany have so far been unsuccessful. Repeated phone calls and messages sent to his non-WhatsApp contact over the past 2 days had not been responded to by press time. Meanwhile, a similar dispute has emerged in Aru County, Pade district, where veteran politician Samuel Odonga has challenged the results of the recent parliamentary election. Odonga narrowly lost to the declared MP-elect Christopher Komakej of the NRM. Official results show that Odonga garnered 10,429 votes, while Komakej secured 10,455 votes, a difference of just 26 votes. Odonga's legal team argues that the declaration was made contrary to the Parliamentary Elections Act, which provides for mandatory recounts in cases where the margin of victory is less than 50 votes. His case is scheduled to be heard today, January 22nd, at the Pade Chief Magistrates Court, where supporters say they are optimistic that a recount will be ordered. These developments underscore the increasing reliance on judicial processes to resolve closely contested parliamentary elections across the country.